Okay, Nathan Burke, man, you know, I really enjoyed the first part of this show and hearing about your life and your journey. And now tell us about bodybuilding, how you bring the faith to bodybuilding. Explain to us the various parallels of the faith and lifting weights.
All right, great. Well, basically with bodybuilding, you know, we're building up the body. But the one thing that makes sure you got to understand is our bodies are not our own. They are a temple of the Holy Spirit, which the Holy Spirit dwells within us. And so I always think with bodybuilding, yeah, we're building up the body, but the body is that temple. And, you know, and it's not just building it up for the physical, it's building it up for the spiritual and for the kingdom. You know, so with the Catholic faith, there's a lot of parallels in there with a lot of things I do. And with lifting weights is every time I go in there, there's 3 elements that I partake in. One of them is accept.
Right.
I'm sorry. It's ask, offer, and accept.
Ask, offer, and accept.
Yes.
All right.
So when I go in there, I ask God, please be attentive to me in the gym. Please be attentive to me in lifting weights. I want His presence. I want to feel His presence in that weight room as I go through. And that, again, going back to that, kind of takes me out of myself and makes sure that God is first place, even in the weight room. Okay. The second thing I do is I offer. So I offer up. I work out for anybody who's gone through any kind of illnesses or impairments that do not have the capabilities to be in a gym and work out. So I offer it up for them, and that's my way of like sacrificing.
And there's a lot of pain in there.
Yes.
You know, in the gym.
So knowing that I can sacrifice my workout for something else, that kind of brings me back to one of my favorite saints, and that's Saint Maximilian Kolbe. Reading about what he did in Auschwitz, Germany, about he sacrificed himself in the German death camp, and how he put himself out there instead of someone else. He's like, no, you take me instead. So he's sacrificing, he's offering up himself. So I always tie those things in with the saints, especially him, with my workout and offering up, because I know I'm going to go through pain. I know I'm going to struggle, but I want to use that pain. I just don't want to feel that pain just to improve my body. I want to improve my spiritual life in that weight room, so I can use that as that platform to do that. And then the third one is just accepting. I'm like, whatever happens here, I'm accepting that this is your will. You know, I'm accepting it, either good or bad in this weight room, this workout. I'm just accepting. You know, and again, that allows me to be humble, and allows me again to take myself out of myself and just give this all to you, Lord. And so that's one of the main things I do each time I go into the room. Those 3 elements: just ask, offer, accept, and that's a true parallel because. I tie that into like the sacraments too, you know, you know, especially the sacrament of confession. You know, with bodybuilding, you're always breaking your muscles down, and you always got to repair. You got to clean everything up with like your nutrition and everything like that. So with one of the things I do with confession is I think the same thing. Like I'm going in there and I'm cleansing my sins. My soul is being cleaned. And so same in the weight room, I'm cleaning myself up, I'm making my body better, I'm getting rid of impurities through proper nutrition. Same thing with confession, I'm getting rid of those impurities on the soul. And the same thing with like regular, you want to make confession regular, well the workout's got to be regular in order for you to improve your body. And so, the workout's got to be regular, well the sacrament's got to be regular too. It can't just be one workout and then you'll be good and go back maybe 3 months, 4 months later. It's not going to do anything. Well, to make it a good workout and a good bodybuilder, you got to show that consistency. Well, you got to show the consistency with the Catholic faith and the sacraments, and so.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. That's a very powerful explanation there, and way to communicate the faith. Now, you are a personal trainer, and you're using your talents, your gifts, your skills in an organization called Fit from Faith. Tell us a little bit about that.
Correct. Yeah, so I also have a background in exercise science. So I have my bachelor's degree in that field, and I became a personal trainer. And so Fit from Faith it was actually developed by a friend of mine named Lindsay, and basically she formed it as a way of like, how can I reach different seminaries, convents, religious centers, just reach out to the clergy, reach out to the lay people, reach out to everybody to promote fitness and faith. How can we do it in that avenue? You know, so what Fit from Faith is, it's a nonprofit organization to create it to make the church healthy. Okay, And so it was formed and it developed like 4 different coaches. So it's her twin sister, myself, and another guy named Adam. And all of us together are like-minded. We all have our own flair to it. So we all have that like-minded passion of fitness. We provide our own unique flair. We each have our different background that we can really unite together and form this organization. And so basically what we do is, you do wellness engagements, speaking engagements.
Sure.
We developed a curriculum for, right now there's one, it's at the Borough Mayo Seminary at the Diocese of Cleveland. So there's one curriculum in it right now. That's what we want to do, is develop a curriculum for seminaries and for the clergy, and just to promote habitual change, not necessarily changing like, okay, here's a diet follow, or here's a training program follow, but no, let's focus on habits. How can we change your habits to make you stronger in mind, body, and spirit? And so it's a lot has to do with just conversion of heart too, and so becoming a stronger, better version of yourself, spiritually, physically. Again, it goes back to the mind, body, spirit, all those components together.
Oh, that's great. Fitness and bodybuilding, the message of the world is that you got to look perfect, you got to look strong, and there's a certain vanity that comes about it, and that can be a little scary for the Christian. How do you strike that balance of staying fit, staying healthy, and of course practicing your faith and loving God? Well,
it all comes down to the fact that our bodies are not our own. I always think about that. A lot of people just think too much of themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, and so if you can just kind of separate yourself and just thinking, okay, this is not ours.
Right.
Our bodies were bought with a price. And so our price tag, is, you look into the cross,
That's right.
And so I take care of it so it's united, so it can be built, and so we can be prepared for the kingdom, And so I just try to tell people, you'd go in there and just, our culture, it's tough with our culture these days. You walk into the world, what do you see? And what do you see on the media? You see everybody's got to look a certain way, you got to be built a certain way. But it goes back to that separation of the body and making sure that you just, you got to just focus on the Lord. You got to just have
making it prayerful.
Making it prayerful. Focus on prayer.
Bringing God into every area of your life.
Exactly, every area of your life.
As you do so well.
Yes.
Well, Nathan, it's been a pleasure to have you here with us. You spoke very well. I'm sure our people are going to be very edified, inspired by what you say. And come back anytime, brother.
Great.
God bless you.
It's a pleasure being here. I really appreciate it. I'm really blessed.